In professional sports, there are players who become synonymous with a team. Players who are part of the furniture, part of the family. For the Los Angeles Dodgers over the past decade, Chris Taylor was one of those players. His name, his face, his incredible versatility, and his knack for clutch moments were woven into the fabric of the team's identity through multiple deep playoff runs and a World Series championship. But this past Sunday, a long and successful chapter in Los Angeles Dodgers history came to an end. The Dodgers officially announced that they have released veteran utility man Chris Taylor, ending his 10 seasons with the team. It's a difficult decision, the kind that reminds you of the sometimes harsh realities of the business side of baseball. Driven by what the team is calling a roster crunch. The reason for the move is about creating active roster space and flexibility. Releasing Taylor specifically creates room for players returning from injury and allows the team to continue the development of younger talent at the major league level. The move coincided with the activation of infielder Tommy Edman, who is returning to the roster after being on the injured list since April 30 with an ankle injury. Getting a player like Edman, who has shown power and production this season with 8 home runs and an .818 OPS, back on the roster is important. Crucially, moving Taylor off the roster also allows the Dodgers to avoid sending rookie Hyeseong Kim back down to the minor leagues. Kim hasn't been starting regularly, but in his 14 appearances, he's shown promise, compiling a .452, .485, .581 line with a home run, 5 RBI, and 3 stolen bases. The team wants to give him the chance to develop by getting major league playing time. Even if it's in a limited role, Taylor's release provides that opportunity. Chris Taylor, at 34 years old, was the second longtime veteran the Dodgers have cut ties with in just the past week. Catcher Austin Barnes, who was the team's longest tenured position player, was moved off the roster just last Wednesday to clear a spot for top prospect Dalton Rushing. Taylor had the second longest tenure as a position player on the Dodgers roster after Barnes. This highlights a recent trend of the team making tough decisions to create space for either returning players or prospects they want to evaluate. Looking back at Chris Taylor's 10 seasons with the Dodgers, his overall batting average was .250 with a .330 on-base percentage and a .431 slugging percentage. Solid numbers, but they don't tell the full story of his value. Taylor was the ultimate utility man, a human Swiss Army knife on the field. He played literally everywhere: shortstop, center field, left field, second base, and third base. His ability to competently play multiple positions was invaluable to the Dodgers, allowing them incredible flexibility with their lineup and defense over the years. He was acquired in a quiet mid-season trade in 2016 from the Seattle Mariners for pitcher Zach Lee, a move that turned out to be one of the savviest acquisitions of the past decade for the franchise. And then there were the moments. The truly unforgettable moments that are etched into Dodgers history and cemented Chris Taylor's place as a fan favorite. Most Dodgers fans would instantly point to his walk-off home run in the 2021 National League Wild Card game against the St. Louis Cardinals. 9th inning, tie game, season on the line, bases loaded, and CT3 crushes a ball off Cardinals closer Alex Reyes to win the game and send the Dodgers to the NLDS. It was pure, unadulterated October drama, and Chris Taylor was the hero. He also shared NLCS MVP honors with Justin Turner in that same 2021 postseason, hitting a fantastic .316 with a 1.248 OPS and 2 more home runs in that series. In 8 postseasons with the Dodgers, he hit a collective .247 with a .792 OPS, delivering clutch hits when it mattered most. With 13 doubles, 9 homers, and 26 RBI, making the decision to release a player with that kind of history, that kind of versatility, and those unforgettable moments is incredibly tough. And the business side of it adds another layer. Chris Taylor is still owed a significant amount of money, minus $12.75 million to finish the 4-year, $60 million deal he signed before the 2022 season. That total includes a $4 million buyout from a club option in 2026. Even while on the books for that amount, the team made the strategic decision that his roster spot was needed for other players being released, rather than designated for assignment. means Taylor immediately becomes a free agent, free to sign with any other team. This move also comes as the Dodgers anticipate other roster changes in the near future. Outfielder Teoscar Hernandez is set to return soon from a left groin strain, having already begun a minor league rehab assignment. When Hernandez is activated, it's likely that James Outman, who was sent down earlier, will return to Triple-A Oklahoma City. There's also movement in the bullpen, with reliever Kirby Yates headed to the IL with a hamstring injury and Lou Trevino being called up. The roster is in constant flux as the team navigates injuries, performance, and development. For Dodgers fans, saying goodbye to Chris Taylor is emotional. He wasn't always the everyday star, but he was the reliable veteran, the clutch postseason performer, the guy who could play anywhere. He was a Dodger. His release highlights the harsh reality of the business of baseball, where even players who give a decade of service and provide unforgettable moments can be moved on for strategic reasons. Chris Taylor's versatility and clutch heroics, especially that walk-off home run in 2021, will forever be part of Dodgers lore. Thank you, CT3, for the decade of contributions and the memories. It's a tough way to see an era end. The Los Angeles Dodgers have parted ways with a familiar face, releasing veteran utility player Chris Taylor on Sunday. The move clears a roster spot for the activation of fellow utility player Tommy Edman from the injured list but signals a significant shift for Taylor, who had been a key part of the Dodgers organization since 2016. Taylor, who was one of the team's longest tenured players, had seen his playing time drastically reduced this season, largely relegated to the end of the bench. He appeared in just 35 games and accumulated only 28 plate appearances, struggling with a minimal 7 hits and 13 strikeouts without drawing a walk. His primary path to getting on the field was as a late-game defensive replacement. The article notes that his opportunities for major league at-bats became so infrequent that he occasionally had minor league pitchers travel to face him just so he could see live velocity. Despite his recent struggles, Chris Taylor was a vital and versatile piece for many highly successful Dodgers teams. After joining the team in 2016 and overhauling his swing, he became an embodiment of versatility from 2017 to 2023. Playing 6 different positions and providing consistent production, posting a .256 batting average and accumulating nearly 18 Fangraphs wins above replacement in that span. Taylor was particularly known for his clutch performances in the postseason, sharing the NLCS MVP in 2017, making a miraculous catch in the 2018 NLCS, and delivering memorable walk-off and multi-homer games in the 2021 playoffs. However, his performance significantly declined in 2024, and by this season, it became evident he didn't have a consistent role on the Dodgers' star-studded roster. By releasing Taylor, the Dodgers will pay out the final year of his 4-year, $60 million contract, allowing him to become a free agent. This decision also appears to signal the team's confidence in rookie Hyeseong Kim, who has performed well since being called up and seems poised to retain a major league spot. The release of Taylor, just days after longtime backup catcher Austin Barnes was also cut, marks a notable turnover among the Dodgers' veteran core.